Okay, we are with Randy Beckler this morning. He is a retailer. He is out of Dalton, Georgia, the owner of Beckler Carpet. Randy, it's always great talking with you.
Always have a good time when we're together, don't we?
That's right. Now, I sort of set out to find out what's happening from retailers around the country, and I always want to start off with you because Dalton certainly is a good place to get a reading on what's happening in the country. What are you seeing so far this year?
Well, we have had some spurts that gives us some promise, and then it'll fizzle out. I think a lot of people are still, just kind of running scared. What's encouraging is, you listen, and of course I read Kiplinger, that comes out of D.C., and I read the Wall Street Journal. And you're seeing statistics that are, employment and housing values are increasing, property values. You're seeing more starts. I know even in Dalton, I see the building permits, and every month it seems like it's even picking up here. Mm-hmm. Of course, when people's building, the last thing they put in is flooring. And like I say, even though we're seeing some flurries, we've still not seen that to where you feel like it's going on a steady climb. It'll go up. It's kind of like a heartbeat, up and down.
I got you.
And but we have, like a lot of people, you just got to do whatever you got to do to survive, and as long as it's legal and moral. And I've had to do some things that I thought I'd never have to do. I've had to lay off some people that it hurts because they've been with me for so many years. And but you just got to do what you got to do to survive. And I'm trying to, keep things going. My son's involved now, and he's pretty much running the show. I'm here every day, but he's for almost 37. He's way ahead of me when I was that age. Of course, he's had better education, but I tried to keep him involved just like Dad did me. And
so now you're the figurehead now.
I'm the figurehead, or whatever you want to call me. But I'll never quit. I've got to, I love to hunt and fish, but you can only do that so much. But I'm down here every day, and I enjoy being with these people because some of them have been with me as long as 38 years, and we're just like a big family. But we've had to change, we've had to diversify, we've had to bring in some different type niche products, and we're continually tweaking that. We're just doing everything we can and hoping and praying for a turnaround.
What about the last month? I hear some people tell me things are starting to pick up there. Have you seen a nice spurt in the last month or so?
Well, not anything substantial. I mean, you'll have a week or two that seems like the walk-in traffic's up, and you look at your daily receipts, but then you think, oh boy, and then it'll almost flatline. I mean, just go back to the whole hump.
Uh-huh.
And there's certain areas of the country that has been that's not affected as much as this area is. I think at one time we had the highest unemployment anywhere in the United States here. But you've got like around Nashville, the Brentwood, the Franklin area, with Chattanooga, with Volkswagen, that's a plus. I'm hearing around Atlanta, buildings beginning to crank up somewhat. So I guess we just have to wait till it trickles down to the floor. But it's not where it needs to be.
I hear you. What are you seeing here in the Dalton area? This used to be the place people come here from all over, everywhere to buy carpet. Do they still do that?
Well, some. But the generation that did that, unfortunately, is dying off. The younger generation are more, their time means more to them. They'd rather click buttons on a computer or with their iPhone. I can remember the days when people would drive down, say, within a 300 or 400 mile radius of Dalton, like on Friday night, and we would open up on Saturday morning, and there'd be 4 or 5 pickup trucks sitting out there, and some of them, 1 or 2 of them might be a dealer, but the rest of them's going to be individuals. And they know that generation looked at Dalton with carpet like Hickory and High Point, North Carolina for furniture. And, they would buy it, we'd cut it, roll it, tie it on, wrap it waterproof, put a red flag on it, send them on the way. It even got to the point, really in the heyday, and of course people were more patient back in those days. We had so many people coming in, I had a customer one day say, where do I take my number? It's like going into the old Davis bake shop. I don't know if you remember that. You had to take a number to get waited on. And, but, you wish you had those kind of problems now, but you don't see that now.
Now, when people come, I imagine they still come, do they think of Dalton as a place to get hard surface floor covering as well now?
I think so. At one time, carpet was all we carried. Then we gradually went into vinyl. Then we just kind of gradually kind of phased in it as the popularity picked up. Ceramic, we did a little bit with that, but the breakage in shipping is such that it really, to do a good business in ceramic, in my opinion, and I know everybody's got one, that you need to have the, be in the town that you're selling it and do the installation.
I got you.
And because in most cases the installation, the labor is more than the product, and a lot of times in the ceramic thing. So we do very little in ceramic, but luxury vinyl tile, they've got what I call luxury vinyl plank that looks like wood that comes from overseas. You're seeing that take off.
It's a hot property now.
It is. And they have even got, I know Shaw has come out with a new product that they install some in our break room that is a ceramic, but it looks like wood.
Yeah.
And beautiful. You can do the herringbone designs, and
who would have thought?
I know it. I mean, with technology, I guess
the digital printing is really the difference, isn't it?
That's exactly right.
Now, you're on Connector 3.
Right.
And there used to be, I don't know how many stores. There are a bunch of stores up and down this street. I took a trip down just to see if some were closed, some were open. So some are closed, a lot are open.
Right.
What's happened in the Dalton retail community here since the recession?
Well, there was a time when you'd have to be blind, crippled, and crazy not to be able to make a living selling floor covering in Dalton. Mm-hmm. Of course, those days have changed. Let me think just a sec. Some of the smaller businesses have gone out that doesn't have the buying power. With the economy, the price of gas has affected it. More people are electing to stay home and call in order or go online. The internet is the marketing wave of the future for floor cover, in my opinion, and we're trying to utilize that as much as possible. Of course, I'm not a computer generation guy, but fortunately I have a son that more so than me. And we've got people that constantly working on that. And you've got you got a lot of players that that do basically internet and 800 business.
A lot of them here in Dalton do that.
A lot in Dalton, and they're being very successful at it because they don't have the overheads that somebody like myself. You know, back when we expanded, and of course we moved in here right after 9/11. And of course, when we were making this last major expansion of the showroom, you know, things were going great guns and little pistols. And of course, 9/11 hit, and then the rest is history. Looking back, had I known, would I have spent all that money? No, I'd have been a fool to. But we have managed to survive.